Gallup reported last week 56% of Americans said that they were better off today than they were 4 years ago, would have been under the Obama-Biden administration. So why should people who feel that they are better off today under the Trump administration vote for you?
Well, if they think that, they probably shouldn't. They think 54% of American people are better off economically today than they were in our administration. Well, their memory is not very good, quite frankly.
Now to the race for 2020. Frontrunner Democrat Joe Biden under scrutiny tonight for a story he often tells on the campaign trail about pinning a medal on a serviceman in Afghanistan. But there are questions tonight about how much of that story Biden got right.
The Washington Post dug into the story and determined Biden got the time period, the location, the heroic act, the type of medal, the military branch, and the rank of the recipient wrong, as well as his own role in the ceremony.
He's saying that it was my boss, it was his fault. I came back from South Africa trying to see Nelson Mandela and getting arrested for trying to see him on Robben's Island. When I said arrested, I meant I was not able to move. Cops, Afrikaners would not let me go with them, made me stay where I was. I guess I wasn't arrested, I was stopped. I look forward to introducing, I would have already done it had we not had the death. George had not been held up against that curb. He's done every single thing, including having a postmaster general who still doesn't know who dismantled those machines, who ordered picking up those places to mail your ballots. Welcome to Kingswood Community Center. Actually, that's the one down I used to work. It's a joke. You didn't know where we were. Anyway. All right, Chuck. Thank you very much.
All right. It's Chris, but anyway.
Chris. I just did Chris. Yeah. No, I just did Chuck. I tell you what, man, these are back-to-back. Anyway.
No, it's
I don't
okay.
know how you do it early in the morning, too.
This
is my little sister, Valerie, and I'm Jill's husband. Oh, no, you switched on me. This is my wife. This is my sister. The third part of your question related to whether or not... what was the third part of your question, actually? Because, by the way, only 1% of you, only 1% of you. My name's Joe Biden. I'm a Democratic candidate for the United States Senate. I'm running as a proud Democrat for the Senate. He's moving too slow. The virus is not his fault. COVID has taken this year, just since the outbreak, has taken more than 100 years. Look, here's the lives. I mean, you think about it. Tomorrow's Super Tuesday, and I want to thank you all. We're posed. What I proposed is it can be done. On politics, like prevailing and look. I guess I'm taking too much time, but more than one coronavirus. This COVID-9 is one strain of that. You have a entire generation of young people beginning back in 2000 when the attack occurred on 9/11. If you may remember, I got in trouble when we were running against the senator who was a Mormon, the governor. Okay, we hold these truths to be self-evident. All men and women created by go. You know the thing.
Are you forgetting what you said 2 minutes ago? Are you forgetting already what you said just 2 minutes ago?
You know, there's during World War II, where Roosevelt came up with a thing that was totally different than he called it the World War II. He had the War Production Board. In 2018, I campaigned in 24 states for over 65 candidates.
When I marched in the Civil Rights Movement, I did not march with a 12-point program. I marched with tens of thousands of others to change attitudes. I came out of the Civil Rights Movement. I was one of those guys that sat in and marched and all that stuff. I was involved, but I was not out marching. I was not down in Selma. I was not anywhere else. I went to law school on a full academic scholarship.
Newsweek says Biden actually went to school on a half scholarship.
And in fact ended up in the top half of my class.
Biden now concedes he did not graduate in the top half of his law school class.
I graduated with 3 degrees.
ended up near the bottom of his class and won only 1 degree, not 3.
I was the outstanding student in the political science department.
Joe Biden ranked 76th in a class of 85 at the University of Syracuse Law School.
Now Biden says Newsweek is right. His memory had failed him.
54% of American people are better off economically today than they were in our administration. Well, their memory is not very good, quite frankly.